talking about guys that are tough and that are going to be defensive stalwarts, it looks like Devin Carter is going to have that role for Sacramento. Now, it's really a bummer because we're not going to be able to watch him out here this week in Summer League. He had shoulder surgery, so he's more than likely not going to play until actually deep into the regular season. I think he's going to be out for 6 months right now. But drafting him, I think, is a great fit for Sacramento. They need more defensive versatility. They got DeRozan. He's not the best defender. So having Devin Carter in the backcourt next to either Monk or Fox is going to be really strong for their defense. But, you know, how do you feel about him going to that franchise? Because he's one of those late risers in the draft that kind of came out of nowhere.
He is. He's probably one of the better defensive draft prospects, right, that came out of this year's draft. Mm-hmm. My thing, like, I want to ask you more of a general Kings question, though.
Okay.
Like, how do you feel this team fits with DeMar? Because I just had Deuce Mason on, who's from the Deuce and Mo podcast, and he loves the fit. He thinks Malik Monk provides shooting. He thinks Fox has improved upon his shooting. But I think I'm a little bit skeptical when it comes to the fit of their three-star players. I always talk about how star fit is so important. They're obviously all really good basketball players. I think DeMar DeRozan has like 20,000 career points. I mean, that guy could score the basketball.
Straight bucket.
But how do you feel about their team from a spacing standpoint, or does that even matter? Do good basketball players just figure it out?
You know, that's a great question, Combo. And I actually discussed this on our podcast at NTC just last week.
Okay.
Once the sign and trade happened. And basically my conclusion was it's a good fit, not a great fit. His three-point shooting is actually a little bit underrated. If you go back and look at only catch and shoot attempts for him, and you go back and look at corner three-point attempts last season, he was actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
He's just not a guy that you're going to rely on to get shots off the dribble. You know, he's not going to pull up like Curry or Dame, you know, right off a screen. That's not his game. But he can hit open shots, you know, if he's given space, to which he will have in that lineup with all those other offensive talents. And then he's a great distributor of the basketball. When he was to San Antonio, he really generated that part of his game as like a point forward.
So
he can really be in that role to where he handles the ball, and he's not going to be a ball stopper. So he's not going to be a Melo to where he catches and he's going to jab step for 5 minutes. He used to do something like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So like, I think he's going to be a ball mover. I think he's actually going to fit in decently well. Now, I don't think it's seamless. There's going to be growing pains because Fox is not used to playing with a guy like that, or Sabonis. But I think it can really work out for them because they needed a little bit more diversity in the offense. Barnes was just kind of, you know, he's a great player, but you know,
he's got the Spurs now.
He's with the Spurs. Yeah, that's true. So for me, yes, I like it, and I actually think there are some facets of DeMar's game that are underrated that can help him be a solid fit with that team.
Okay, I respect it. I don't know. I don't know if they actually Deuce even said he doesn't think they're not legit title contenders.
I'm with that, I'm with that.
The West is just too tough.
It's so stacked, man. I mean, it goes 10, 12 deep right now. So, I mean,
definitely.
you're talking about how much there is in terms of talent in that conference. It's really hard to crack that, even with DeRozan.
Yeah, I tend to agree.